Another shocking video, taped by reporters going undercover with a hidden camera, showing that Planned Parenthood sells baby body parts as a revenue stream. That's illegal in the United States, but more importantly, it's immoral. Last week, I showed you some clips from the first undercover video of Dr. Deborah Nicotola, a senior executive and doctor with Planned Parenthood, talking about buying and selling different aborted baby organs while she was stuffing her face over lunch and swilling wine. Seriously, you and I would be nauseous just talking about such ghoulish commerce. It was giving her a real appetite, though. Here, watch this clip from the first video.
You know, I'm going to throw a number out. I would say it's probably anywhere from $30 to $100, depending on the facility and what's involved.
The $30 to $100 price, that's per specimen that we're talking about, right? Yeah.
If you want to see my whole presentation on that video, just click here. Well, yesterday, the same investigative journalist with an organization called the Center for Medical Progress released a second video. They say more videos are still to come. They obviously spent a lot of time getting a great number of Planned Parenthood executives on tape. They didn't rush out with their first video because that would be too easy for the corporation to blame that one person, saying it was a rogue employee or a rogue doctor, or they were simply misunderstood or even drunk. It sounds like they have a great number of these videotapes, and the second one came out yesterday. I'll show you some clips in a moment, but first let me give you some background. Planned Parenthood is a multinational corporation that does abortions. They are especially active in aborting minorities, which is in keeping with the ideology of their corporate founder, Margaret Sanger, who believed in eugenics, that is, culling the gene pool of undesirable people. She even started something called the Negro Project. That's what it was called, specifically designed to abort black babies. Now that was in the 1930s and early 1940s, when getting rid of subhuman races was the global political fashion. Now, after the Second World War and the Nazis and the Holocaust, it became a little bit less fashionable, and then there was the whole black civil rights movement. Margaret Sanger was a racist. So it's 2015, and you might think that eugenics program is long gone, but it's not. In New York, where Planned Parenthood has its headquarters, according to city health records, more black babies are aborted each year than are born alive. 24,000 black babies were born a year in New York, 29,000 black babies aborted a year in New York. Margaret Sanger's Negro Project is working quite well. And it's also a billion-dollar franchise. Planned Parenthood really is a franchise, like McDonald's. Planned Parenthood has 800 abortion stores across the United States, and some in Canada too. It's not as big as McDonald's, which has 14,000 stores in the US, but Planned Parenthood is still a billion-dollar-a-year corporation. Of course, good business people are always looking for ways to make cash. They get cash from women buying abortions. They also get cash from governments paying for abortions. They make money from the Planned Parenthood store, where they sell shirts and hats for people who are thrilled about abortions. I think if you're wearing shirts or hats or have coffee mugs boasting about abortions, you're not pro-choice anymore, you're pro-abortion. There's a difference. See, some pro-choice people say abortions should be safe, legal, and rare. That's a phrase I hear a lot. Planned Parenthood wouldn't be a billion-dollar-a-year franchise, though, if abortions were rare. I mean, businesses like to grow, especially enthusiastic businesses that love what they do. What's so gross here is that Planned Parenthood's abortion store actually sells a couple of baby clothes items too. How gross. Anyways, look, they like making money, selling abortions, selling abortion apparel. So it dawned on these abortion entrepreneurs to sell the aborted babies themselves. I mean, why just throw out the discarded baby parts, right? Why not sell them for cash? How sick is that? So that's what Dr. Deborah Nicotola was talking about last week. And now here's another video by another Planned Parenthood executive and doctor, Mary Gatter. Again, she's not a junior manager. She's a top executive, the president of their Medical Directors Council. And here she is haggling over prices for baby parts with these reporters posing as buyers. She's haggling. $70 for a baby arm, $100 for a baby heart. I mean, Planned Parenthood boasts that they abort 300,000 babies a year. That's 1,000 a day. Each baby could have 5, 10 organs for sale. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars a year. And this doctor wants to buy a Lamborghini.
Now here's another thought, is we can talk about specimen as per specimen per case or per procured tissue sample, which would be, so if we're able to get a liver thymus pair, maybe that is $75 per specimen, and so that's for for liver thymus pair, and that's 150, versus if we can get liver thymus, brain hemisphere, and all that, then and then so that protects us so that we're not paying for what we can't use. I mean, I think it also maybe illustrates things.
It's been years since I talked about compensation, so let me just figure out what others are getting, and if this is in the ballpark, then that's fine. If it's still low, then we can talk about it. I want a Lamborghini. I said I want a Lamborghini.
Planned Parenthood operates in Canada too. Do you really think this illegal sale of baby parts, approved and negotiated by the highest levels in the corporation, is limited just to the United States? For TheRebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.